What's up, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament. This is the Wildcard race. Wildcard race 2, to be precise. My name is Charlie Boy, and I'm joined here today by Frico.
How's it going?
And not to forget our wonderful tracker, 2% Chungus, who has also qualified for the bracket stage in this tournament. However, these three runners in front of us have not. So, and that includes the tournament champion of last year, MetaLow. Unfortunately, a little discrepancy in group stages have put us into somewhat of a winner-take-all scenario, to where two of our runners here in this current match fighting, getting a second chance or a last chance, if you will, but MetaLow is just fighting for his chance, period. No champion here.
To clarify on that a little bit, we had the first wildcard race, and that's why we have a blank screen down in the bottom right. That spot was previously held by Mega Kyle, and he was the winner of our wildcard race on Tuesday. So he has moved on and booked his ticket into the bracket stage. So now we have three runners left, one spot, one seed, winner take all.
One ring to rule them all. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, that would be the case.
Yeah, so I mean, this is it. This is what it takes to get into the bracket stage at this point. We decided the most fair way for all the runners to for the ones who thought that maybe, hey, my group's too hard or whatever the case may be, to get a second chance and at the same time not just gift a tournament spot to our current champion MetaLow, so we made sure the times were good for him. He unfortunately fell in the wildcard race into Mega Kyle. But yeah, here we go. We're off with Wildcard Race 2. Will MetaLow qualify for this tournament, or will Arispici or Guda take the upset?
Well, Arispici and Guda both pulling into the pits, as it were. I believe Guda found Crashman, and now Heatman. I did not see which boss he found in the middle. But Arispici found both of the whammies as well as Woodman, so a little bit of an information hunt, giving MetaLow about a 30-second head start.
You would think that, but speaking of pits, that would be the second time Meta has fallen in a pit. At this point, I think I'd just go ahead and reset or jump in the pit again and find another stage. But hey, one-shot chickens are definitely doable in Airman. They are rough. But hey, Meta knows how to deal with the situation. Hopefully, that doesn't cost him too much time here, as we find Arispici making his way through Bubble and Guda making his way through Metal. Two more friendly stages, I suppose, as far as hidden stage names goes, or I guess even as far as non-hidden stage names goes. These are some of the booster-friendly stages, if you will. Air first, definitely a gamble, but it could pay off for him in the long run if he can make it through in a timely fashion.
Well, taking two early deaths is not what I would call a great start for MetaLow, but Guda and Arispici sacrificing a little bit of time, but gaining the information of, okay, I now know where Heatman and Crashman stages are, so I can just avoid them. MetaLow may not have that same safety blanket, as it were. He could end up finding his way into Crashman stage next without any items, since he would not have the same information.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the dangers of not searching first is fine. But speaking of items, MetaLow will find item 3, which is a great item to have to go to Crash. He finds wood next. Guda, on the other hand, taking down the boss at Metal Man Room, finding Quickman stage. So, Yeah, and Arispici looking to wrap up the fight with Woodman. Ooh, that was a close one, but he makes it in with the shield, with the shield, the hug strat, I suppose, if you will.
Yeah, just get in close and fire in between his shield. There is a small little area where you can get inside the shield and just kind of fire away. So it looks like MetaLow picked up the Leaf Shield as his item from the Airman stage. So looks like that looks like a heat shot from Arispici. So, surprise, being it is Mega Man 2 Randomizer, the weapons you're given from the bosses, well, surprise, it's randomized.
Yeah, MetaLow actually, pretty dangerous situation here as he has 0 lives, less than half a life. He's gonna have to find some big health, and that was that a commentator?
I think that's the reverse commentator's curse, as almost right on cue, 2 large enemy or energy drops showing up for MetaLow.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna not say anything about what's happening on MetaLow's screen for the rest of the stage. I don't want to be blamed for anything. So, yeah, Arispici, on the other hand, moving throughout the same section, and Guda, actually, if you want to kind of classify it, is going to be... I mean, it's hard to say who's in the lead, but he does have the most Robot Masters taken down at this point. Finding item 2 as well, somewhere along the way. Making his way into Flashman stage. Also a good starting stage.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was a gift from Metalman's stage, finding the item 2.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. I must have missed it.
So the only item we have left up for grabs is item 1, and it is not in the stage MetaLow's just finished up. So Arispici will also not have item 1 at the end of the stage.
Yo, He-Man 3rd, and Meta is just gonna go ahead and take a dive into the pit and go looking elsewhere. Yeah, deuces indeed.
That was all part of the plan, I guess. Arispici going for Heatman. He knows where this stage was. A bit brave, but Guda getting cut off by a Fan Fiend, so no E-Tank for him, and it looks like MetaLow going into Quickman stage.
Yeah, I mean, well, there is the thought of, the give and take, right? The risk-reward is going to Heatman stage. It is somewhat a longer stage and a more challenging one. So if Arispici can clear this stage with little to no difficulty, then perhaps he might find an advantage in doing so. However, if he runs into difficulty, this could be bad news bears. Wow, Guda finding Bubble, which is probably the 4th of the 4 that he's gone to. I'd say preferred first stages, Buster friendly, that is, Flash, Metal, Quick, and Bubble. The more problematic stages being Woodman, Airman, Heatman, and Crashman. Doing those 4 early can run into bigger problems.
Well, that was oh no. Well, that was a byproduct of what Guda did, as well as Arispici, right at the beginning. They found the location of where Heatman and Crashman were, and went, alright, now I know where the whammies are on the board. Avoid.
Right, and Meta making it out of the stage he was in, finding item 2. That would not be metal because he just now dropping into metal. So perhaps I don't guess it was wood either, was it? Maybe it was quick. I think it was quick. Yeah, he was just going through quick stage. So, all right, Meta's on his 4th Robot Master. Guda's coming toward the end of the 4th Robot Master stage. Arispici, however, still in Heatman, his 3rd stage. Guda finding item 2 against the Lost Chasm here. Gotta watch out for the cog enemy.
Now here's something that may have gone a little under the radar. Arispici found the wall weaknesses while in this Yoku Block section, hitting it with the air shooter and doing a little magic trick of making the crash walls disappear. So another little piece of information that the runners can pick up throughout the run. Arispici, although he is struggling, to put it mildly, in this Heatman stage, he is now to the boss door. He does have the information that the air shooter will be needed for the Wily 4 boss, our Boo-Beam turrets.
Yeah. And so that, I mean, hopefully, I don't want to say he's a stage behind, but he's fighting his 3rd Robot Master while our other 2 runners have just taken down their 4th. MetaLow finding Flashman stage. However, Guda has to make his way through wood, a stage that is somewhat longer, and Meta has that one and air down. So there's the trade-off there, folks. 2 quick stages Guda did. 2 not as quick stages that Meta did. So Meta might look like he's a little bit behind, but however, it's pretty even. It's still pretty even. Anything can happen, folks. Yeah, Arispici finds his way into Crash as well.
Well, we know where item 1 is as well, so item 1 being gated behind Heatman, and it looks like Arispici just going, alright, YOLO, alright, I got item 1, so I can get myself through these platform sections early on in the Crash stage.
Hey, I like it. You know, tackling some of the rougher stages first. This could work out to his benefit. Speaking on earlier. Oh, I think he placed it a little high.
Yeah, but with the item 1 moving up so quick, you don't even need to jump on the platform. Just fire and almost forget.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, see the routing here for MetaLow is already paying off as he's at his 5th Robot Master while Guda's still making his way through the end of wood stage. Ooh, Meta coming close. He's gonna go ahead and take the E-Tank here. Fighting a little hoppy Crash. Crash finding his way into the floor.
Just like, let me go camp out here where you can't really hit me. So, na-na-na-na-na-na. There we go. Crash is Dunzo, MetaLow moving on into the next stage. So, MetaLow still has the whammies, and it looks like he's going to head into Crashman stage.
Ooh, Arispici running into some trouble against the Robert here on the Crash. This is one of the reasons why we kind of try to and the death, unfortunately for Arispici. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why, as a community, we've kind of got a mindset of, hey, let's kind of save this stage for, or at least later, to where we can have item 3 and item 2. We'll see how MetaLow deals with this when he gets up there, because he's also finding his way into Crash stage. Meanwhile, Guda finding his way out of Woodman stage.
Alright, so...
yeah, that was a mouthful, wasn't it?
Yeah, predictably, Guda going into Airman stage and using his knowledge of hunting early on to remove the problems that MetaLow and Arispici are both going to be either encountering or are presently dealing with. That little rabbit was just about immune to everything, it felt like.
Yeah, I believe Arispici took the damage boost, and he went... Ooh, nice pause buffer to save the jump by Guda in air stage. But yes, Arispici went ahead and used Heat Shot to get through. I didn't see what Meta used. But hey, it's working. He's not going to take the death here. Regardless, in the situation where you cannot progress like that, perhaps left side might be a better choice, especially in this current situation Arispici has, because he does have an item 1 to kind of make his way past this little lip here that you cannot just jump through. Meanwhile, Arispici gonna make it out though, so no problems here. Meta picking up the E-Tank on the crash climb, making his way into the same boss. Guda in some trouble!
Oh no! Alright, well...
Unfortunate death for Guda.
Yeah, well, he was at the checkpoint, so there is that as a bit of a consolation prize. So, Arispici now has the comeback trail ahead of him. He does have both of the whammy stages out of the way, so we'll see if he can execute on the, I don't want to call them easier, probably simpler stages is a better word for it, as MetaLow is now into Bubble Man, and Guda has both of the whammies confronting him after he finishes off this Airman stage.
Yeah, I'd say that's another unfortunate break for Guda, as his item 2 ran out right over the pit of... he was trying to item 2 over this last section the second time after the first death. So, two little critiques here that I have, or criticisms. Without trying, by all means, Guda's doing very great. I'll go ahead and say 3. One, I believe those 2 deaths is going to go ahead and be about even, as MetaLow took the same 2 or similar deaths in air stage. So that's going to put them at about an even footing. Number 2, what Guda could have done, I saw him not jump against some of the small frog. And always, when you see enemies and you're riding item 2, make sure to jump and hold forward, as that will allow Mega Man, or the equivalent of Robot Master, or sorry, Sprite, follow that item 2. And yeah, you won't get hit by those enemies most of the time if you jump. Also, the second time he placed, unfortunate for him that he placed a little too high, in my opinion, because he would have been hit by some enemies if it were to be like birds or something like that. So, yeah, item 2 placement is very important. But not to forget what these runners are doing. MetaLow is going to make it to Woodman, and Trashman for Arispici here.
Yeah, it does look like Arispici is a little behind. Again, it's kind of tough to say, but with MetaLow on his final Robot Master stage, Guda still has Crashman left to go. So MetaLow is going to have to end up struggling mightily here, as...
Yeah.
Guda's unfortunately struggling in both the Airman and Heatman stage now.
Yeah, man, fat fans, hot air, if you will, in this heat hallway, always a struggle if you don't have the right weapons. Another reason why Heat Crash was saved toward the end of the preferred routing for veteran players. But Meta's going to pause buffer this gap. I mean, he's not through it yet, but he's doing a pretty good job. I think Guda struggled a little bit more, and like Trico said, he's going to have to fight against Crash as well, which is a good 2 to 3 minute stage himself. So I think it's pretty safe to say Meta has the lead here. Arispici, but then again, Arispici halfway through Metal stage. He's got 2 left after that. He's on his 6th, or coming up to his 6th Robot Master. Guda's going to be on his 7th. Meta is at his 8th. So... looking good for Meta so far, so good. Remember, anything can happen. We still have the Wily stages. Purple hell.
Very much so.
Speaking of, shoutouts to Mega Kyle with my nice little killer instant emote he's got there. Lol. Gotta put my subs out there.
Alright, well, Arispici seems to have found his way to Heatman. So this should go down pretty quickly. That looked like a 4-shot on Heatman. So MetaLow doing his best to pause buffer here and make these jumps, avoiding deaths.
Yeah, and you know, he's doing his best also not to zip to get penalized, because he knows this is zipless. So that's him just holding forward, not standing there, not trying to jump any or nothing like that, just holding forward. And it worked out for him. He's gonna make it across. He's got item 2 to finish this chasm here. Guda still just ahead, just a slight amount as far as this stage goes, of course. Yeah, not to forget about Mega Kyle being, you know, our winner from Wildcard Race 1. I'm sorry, Frico, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say, I mean, just look at the difference in the execution in this stage. Guda started a good minute plus before MetaLow did, and MetaLow's to the boss door, Guda's halfway through the fight. So Guda's going to have 25, maybe 30 seconds worth of time to work on the crash stage, while MetaLow, he's going to be headed into Wily 1 once he finishes this fight off.
Yes, he is. Yes, that's indeed true. And Arispici is already done Crash, so that's also a thing to keep in mind, as he's coming to the end of his 7th Robot Master, and he's got Air left, which isn't quite as long as Crash, but keep in mind, Guda's already in the stage. But just, you know, just to give you guys a heads up, we play a little guessing game. Involving the man you saw on your string, Dr. Wigglebrows, as Kame Cinnamon would call it. Or perhaps, what do we call it? The best eyebrows in video gaming?
I think that's a fair assessment. The best eyebrows in gaming, Dr. Wily.
Yeah, that's our cue to start guessing the color of the Mecha Dragon here at the end of this stage. You know, choices being whatever colors you'd like. I don't think black is in the color palette, as that would make the Mecha Dragon blend into the background. However, so you can guess the color of the dragon, and you can also, for bonus points, remember these are not real points, any of them, but yeah, you can guess the weapon weakness too. So I'm going to go ahead and make a guess, and I'm going to say Yellow Dragon, weak to... let's go Buster. Why not?
Alright, I was going to say, don't take too long. MetaLow's almost already there, so I'm going to go with a Green Dragon, and because everybody knows I always pick the bubble lead, well, we'll just get that formality out of the way.
Right on, right on. Alright, green and bubble for Frico, yellow and Buster for me. So let's see what colors our dragon are. Get your color guesses in chat right now. It's purple. It's Grimace purple. That's Siberian Wolf colors.
There, so I think I'm a little hint of right. The color of the dragon.
There you go.
Ooh, quick boomerang.
Quick boomerang. You know, I was gonna guess quick boomerang too. Man.
Alright, well, at least Guda is at the end of the Crashman stage, and it looks like Arispici is at the end of Airman's stage, so Guda will be joining MetaLow in the Wily stages, and Arispici not too far behind, so MetaLow does have a one-stage advantage over the other two runners.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ari and Guda definitely slugging it out for second. Anything can happen, though, to where, I mean, Pico, if you die to Pico, that's like a minute and a half loss. If you die to, well, if you die to Dragon, this is about the same 45 seconds to a minute, maybe a minute and a half. But Meta's already past that point. You also have the Blue Beam death. If you die anywhere on that stage, it's a big time loss as well. And oh, not to mention the terrible, terrible death to the Wily Machine and game over, which is about 2 to 3 minutes. So as long as MetaLow doesn't do any of those things, he's good. However, oh my gosh, I thought he was about to do the suicide drive.
Yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, if MetaLow doesn't screw up this, or that, he's good. But yeah, there are hurdles in each of the stages that present massive time sinks, like dying to the dragon in Wily 1. Hopefully does not happen with any of the runners, as Guda's getting prop-top to oblivion. Time stop, my guy.
This metal blade that Meta's using, it doesn't look like... It took about 4 shots to kill, and it looked like it's only one blade allowed on the screen at the time. Crash bombs one at a time, and it's slow. However, it's a one-shot kill. Ooh, Meta getting close. He's gonna go ahead and take the safety sludge, as Frico has coined it. I like.
Yeah, he does have, one more E-Tank remaining, so... Oh, nice setup, MetaLow, allowing the crash bomb that's on the wall to detonate and destroy one of the Pico blocks.
Yeah, and Guda finding his Grimace Purple Dragon as well, and Arispici right behind him.
Yeah, unfortunately, this race, there's, what was the phrase from that movie? No points for second place? Oh,
yeah, I mean,
ineffective.
Ooh, just enough iframes after getting hit by the hidden moles for Meta to pause buffer onto the spike and make it across. Both Guda and Arispici finding, well, I didn't see what they found to fight the dragon, but they both make it out pretty much in sync. Get your sync emotes in chat if you have them.
Used Bubble Lead, and Arispici used the Quick Boomerang. Well, actually, Arispici used the Bubble Lead, but it arced too far, so he opted out of it and chose for the Quick Boomerang.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and Ari gonna go ahead and pull ahead of Guda just a little bit. With Guda waited and took the damage boost off the frogs, and I think Ari dodged them completely or killed them, one or the other. Meta finding Metal Blade to take out the Guts Dozer. He's on his way to Wily 4.
Yeah, so it looks like Guda and Arispici are, what do we want to say, about 2.5 minutes behind at this point? Roughly speaking, just to put some manner of, finite, okay, they're this far behind. Because I want to say Wily 3 is probably about a 1.5-minute long stage, so it's really just a matter of how long it takes for Arispici and or Guda to get through the boss of Wily 2, which is the Pico block.
Yeah, I'll give you that. About 2 to 2.5 minutes, something like that, all things considered. Which, don't forget, like I mentioned before, Wily Machine or a death to Boo Beams could set MetaLow back that entire amount.
Oh, very true. Ooh, Arispici using the air shooter, and it's just going right through these Pico blocks. It's going to cost him his whole bar, but, we know this is going to be a problem in Wily 4 for Arispici because he won't be able to take down the crash wall. So we're looking at a 1/3 chance of the Metal Blade or Leaf Shield being the actual turret weakness. Or am I miscalculating that a little bit? We know it can't be the air shooter. We know it can't be Flash Stopper. So there's, 7 weapons left? I guess if you include the Buster.
Right. Oh no. Oh, Ari. Gonna, pause buffer back. He's finding these hidden moles. Oh, he finds damage, and he's gonna make it across. Very nice.
Yeah, had to hold up a little bit, but able to conquer the obstacle. Arispici is passing through the invisible moles. We'll see how well Guda handles it, as he'll have maybe a split second to recognize that the moles are going to be there. Bonk. Bonk. Yep, just gonna bonk his way through.
And Meta finds the air shooter pretty quickly. And the Boo Beam turrets are going to be weak to Buster. I'll take my bonus points from the dragons here instead. How about that?
It's all good. I'm okay with it.
Alright, Meta's into the Wii fight. The Wii fights? Meta's into the Wii fights. I'm so sorry. Refight. Refight. Man.
That's alright.
I develop a list sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll misspeak and develop a list or something. I don't know. But yeah, 28-40. So I'd say overall he's on a sub 32 pace for sure. Maybe a mid 31. Sub 31's pushing it. I don't know if he can make sub 31, but that'd be pretty impressive if he could.
Well,
Guda's gonna go ahead and take out the guts dozer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come down to the Wily machine here. Well, since I'm doing commentary, we almost know that there's like about a 17% chance of it being actually
50-50, Frico. 50-50.
Yeah. That's why I've been tracking every single time I've done commentary, and so far I've seen 5 machines out of 26 that have been not weak to the Buster.
Oh, nice. DJ Metalman, we're swapping up the music for us. And yeah, I mean, your numbers mean nothing here, Frico. It's either 50-50. It is or it isn't. Lol.
Yeah. Just, I guess over the short term we have, the coin flipping tails a little bit more than maybe statistically it should be.
I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was told 50-50. I've even said in the past it seems more like 90-10 or 80-20 or something like that, but it either is or it isn't, right? So, I mean, that's how we look at it, 50-50.
Oh, very true. I'm just, trying to give a realistic assessment of, past experience. And so far in this tournament, it looks about 85-15 or something close to it. Arispici into the Boo Beam turret room.
Oh no, Guda!
Oh no, MetaLow took a death as well.
I saw what Guda went for there. I kind of respect it, but he ran a little low on energy to try again. But hey, he went for it. And, if he would have timed it right, he could have made a little jump and pause buffered to get on that ledge. But unfortunately, he's gonna run out of items to take the death. Yeah, Meta's gonna take a death to his 8th Robot Master, like Trico said, and he's gonna find his way into the machine room. Let's see, 50-50. Is it or is it isn't? Oh my goodness!
Number 9 shows up. Ooh, now this complicates things. Ooh, air shooter, alright. So the air shooter absolutely dismantling the first half of the robot of the Wily machine. Not effective in round 2. This is going to matter because the potential for having to refill item energy goes up a little bit with the alien fight at the end of Victory Road coming up for MetaLow.
Yeah, and yeah, that 32 pace I said is going out the window, but he's on 33 pace for sure. But good stuff to Meta, yeah, man. I mean, he's making it into Victory Road. What a sick fight! He found an air shooter, and then he found heat for the second phase. Pretty good fight overall. It was scary though. However, I do know he game overed in Heat to go ahead and refill lives, so it could have been even more scary if he didn't have any lives and going into that because he did not have any E-tanks left.
I believe he may have one.
No, I saw he did not have any.
Oh, he did not. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. There is no E-tank there, but it looks like he's found the weapon. Just got to land the last 2 hits, and that'll do it.
And that'll do it. Congratulations to MetaLow, winning Wildcard Race 2 here at the Mega Man Randomizer 2 tournament. He's going to be the official last qualifier, tournament champion from last year, with an official SRL time of 32 minutes and 52 seconds. Congratulations, MetaLow.
Yeah,
the last...
I see the GGs in the chat coming out, as well they should. MetaLow finding his way into the knockout stage of this tournament. This was the last chance for these 3 runners, and MetaLow seized the day.
Yeah, the last chance for any of the runners, honestly. I mean, like, Meta skating pretty close to not making it into the final bracket, but hey, I'm glad he made it because I wouldn't feel right holding the final bracket without last year's tournament champion defending.
Yeah, so, it definitely would have been awkward, to put it bluntly, but I think that solidifies our field. So while the other 2 runners finish up, I'm going to bring up the bracket just so I can have a good idea of who's actually made it through.
Yeah, unfortunately, MetaLow, the time zones are, this is a more EU-friendly time, however, it is somewhat late for him, so he said he's going to go ahead and skip the interview this time, but he says GG's to everyone. But yeah, big congrats to him, and we're going to find out who's going to go ahead and close this exciting race at our 2nd place spot as Arispici going to find his way into the whatever this thing is, no, the machine, and he's going to find the news that, hey, this bad boy is not Buster Week.
Alright, so unfortunately, Guda and Arispici are both going to be eliminated from being able to make the bracket stage, but that's not going to stop them from hopefully showing out and finishing the seed. Arispici finishing off the Wily Machine, going to be headed into Victory Row. Guda shouldn't be too far behind.
Yeah, right on. Meta making it Meta making it for the win. He's actually left now, so he says good luck for everyone to the end. Arispici is going to refill the heat, which you, I, and the 95 to 83 people watching know that heat is the answer to the alien fight here at the end.
Yeah, not too surprised that MetaLow declined to come into the booth and talk for a little bit. MetaLow will be joining the likes of Prodigy, our original tournament champion, Casual Tom 82, Crab Cakes, Mega Kyle, who was the winner of the first wildcard race, Siberian Bull 9, who did commentary with me on Tuesday, Krebel Star, Kamasenin, Ren Hero, and 2% Chunkus, our tracker, as well as this random I have in the commentary booth right now, Charlie Boy, the Daggett.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is our field of 12 making it through.
Did you mention Crab Cakes and Mega Kyle?
I did.
Right on. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, oh, and speaking of that's it for Arispici. He's going to go ahead and finish in 2nd place with an official SRL time of 37 minutes and 6 seconds. GG's in chat for Arispici, everyone. We'll see how Guda makes it through the Wily machine. He finds the air shooter weakness. He's going to go ahead and keep on searching. There's we know Heat obliterates the second phase. I think Bubble did the trick as well, but however, he's running low on health.
Oh no!
And he does not have any E-tanks, I don't think. He spent his last E-tank fighting Heat. He's got another chance, though, which is good. He's got full health going in here. Hopefully, he should be able to tackle this bad boy. Oh, taking 2 hits. Oh my gosh.
This first phase, so, this bubble lead just...
No, he kissed the machine!
Oh no!
No!
Alright, let's see if Guda tries to soldier through or decides enough is enough at this point. Looks like he's lingering on the...
Oh, yeah.
Lingering, that might be a...
Yeah, he went ahead and hit the dot forfeit. Unfortunately.
What a shame.
We'll go ahead and try to get our runners in here for a post-race interview for you guys. So sit tight, and we'll see some of these guys' thoughts and comments.
Yeah, all the same, noble effort from Guda, giving MetaLow a run for his money, but I guess a couple mistakes kind of catching up to him in the Airman and Heatman stage. Ended up throwing things out of whack.
How we doing, gentlemen?
What's up, Arispici? How's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. A little under the weather, but we got through that race.
Yeah. You did a great job. You got in there to second place. 37:06, not a bad time. Sub 40, anything under 40. The randomizer is good to me.
Say that again.
And welcome, Guda. How's it going, man?
Thanks,
How you
Charlie.
feeling?
I was feeling really, really good until Sky Chickens. Sky Chickens always have a tendency to screw me. And then that Heatman stage was also just absolutely awful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, believe it or not, spoiler alert for you if you're gonna go rewatch this. But so you were actually ahead of MetaLow in and RSBC Guda. You had the lead for a little while in the Robot Master stages, or at least in my eyes, because you had most, you were at least like half a stage to a stage ahead at one point. But yeah, then of course, Sky Chicken hot air, unfortunately. Happened.
Like I said, I felt really, really good up until about Airman stage. And I didn't even feel too bad after that. It was when Heatman stage came about, and I dropped once and didn't have anything that I didn't have metal blades because I hadn't done Crash yet. So I was like, this sucks. We used Flash, got through it. It was a little slow, but yeah, by the end of Heatman stage, I was like, I got to be behind.
Yeah, honestly, at that point, you and Ari actually made it out of Robos around the same time. I think you had maybe like a 5-second lead coming out of Avery, which RSBC actually took over on Wily 2. He took the lead from you, between you two guys anyways. Whenever he put the item 2 down, you actually took damage off the frogs. I don't know if RSBC just skipped the frogs entirely or killed them.
I actually got knocked off of item 2 by the frog at first, but I was able to jump back on it before it started.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't like those frogs. I've been starting to do item 2 and Wily 1 just to kind of do a little bit extra speed, and then figure that's a little bit faster with grabbing the energy on Wily 2, and if I can get a big energy drop on the way, I'll grab that, throw it into item 2. But yeah, so my Wily stages I didn't think were awful. Wily 2 was a little slow. Wily 4 though, everything just came undone. I missed my item 2 drop, or missed my item 2 jump in one of the third elevator room, which really just, I'm like, well, there it is.
Yeah. We saw that. Unfortunate for you, man. You did good. Could have saved it if you would actually pause buffer and jumped. Usually, when you have about 3 pips, it's kind of dangerous to go from that. I saw the first one where you missed, unfortunately, and it wasted like some of your item. But yeah. My criticism would be to maybe perhaps either recognize you only have 3 pips, this is dangerous to go for, or if you're going to go for it, pay attention to the item 2's disappearance so that way you can pause buffer when it disappears to make the jump.
Yeah, I've never even practiced that, so I gotta try and get some more fine-tuned practice. Not only Sky Chickens, but then the lag Phibians on the second part of Sky. Or Airman, I thought I had a really nice item 2 drop, got way up in the air, and then didn't realize, like, just stopped paying attention. I'm like, all right, sweet, coast time. And then I fell directly into, like, just wide enough for Mega Man to fall into. I'm like, are you flipping kidding me right now? Gah!
Yeah, I gave you some constructive criticism there too. I mean, not nothing bad, but at least added in some tips of things that perhaps I would have done, or at least my mindset.
For sure.
At the current.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons why I love jumping in here and learning the randomizer. And like, this is my first ever MM2R tournament, and getting on stream, having good veterans like Charlie Boy here to kind of say, hey, I know you tried this, but maybe do this. Just help me get from, I think in April I couldn't get under sub hour. And then now if I went to forfeit it, I probably could have got sub 40, even though I was sucking.
Hey, I mean, yeah, that's the name of the game for sure. Ari, how you feeling about the seed? Like, you did pretty well, I'd say, overall. Not too bad. Any thoughts?
I felt pretty good about it for the most part. I mean, there was a lot of situations where I know in the past I would have just crumpled under the pressure, but I handled those a lot better than I would have. I mean, I took a death on the bottom screen in Heatman, but only one death, and I was able to get through it pretty okay. It was a little slow, but I mean, I was happy with it, and luckily found the way through it. So a little tricky pause buffering.
Right on. Yeah, you didn't do bad at all. I mean, I agree. You did really well. Other than that one death, kind of slowing you down a little bit. I wouldn't have changed a thing for you. You did well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It felt good. It felt like a good seed, even though there's still a lot of time to make up for next year. But that's only just going to take some fine tuning and getting those strats a little more pixel perfect.
Yeah. I mean, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, it's really good racing against guys like MetaLow as well, because then like Arispici and I were pretty much in the same boat. We started right before this tournament came in, and we've been learning and going on as we can. But watching us race next to MetaLow can show us where some of those like 5-minute time saves or 4-minute time saves can come from. So it's fantastic being able to watch yourself next to a veteran runner and a champ like MetaLow.
Well, a lot of it was Heatman and how he executed in Heatman compared to both of you. That was really where MetaLow passed you, Guda, and just never looked back at that. So I think you go to about 15 to 17 minutes in, just rewatch the Heatman and how both of you executed in that stage, and that should give you a good idea of how to immediately look into improving going forward.
Yeah, also sorry, go ahead, guys.
One thing I specifically did during this seed particularly that I don't usually do is I totally just checked the first 4 stages. Just kept resetting. It didn't matter what I got, because I'm like, okay, if Crashman's in those first 4, then I'm going to start the other way.
Right, yeah.
That's funny. I got Crash, Heat, and Air as my first 3, and I've stopped resetting if I get a good stage, because like I know I like to find out where Crashman is, and it sucks to get him second. But if I get a good stage to start now, I've started just going with it. Mostly because I know I'm not as fast as some of these good runners, and if I get a good stage, I gotta go. But yeah, I just happened to get 3 really bad stages to start, and I'm so glad I reset out of Heatman right at the beginning.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to ask about. Was that intentional for you, Guda, or was it just ew, no, no?
Yeah, that's
no. Give me another stage.
Yeah, that was not intentional. Well, I mean, it was intentional as far as I've got a really junky stage, and I said nope, not today, because like if you like, I'm not a Buster only runner. I don't know how to get through a Crashman stage if there's something blocking a ladder. So that kind of stuff is just lost on me, and that would lose me a race before I even got out of stage 1.
Well, if you watch back my playthrough specifically on that bunny on the ladder, you just crash your head through it. Just bang your head right through it until you're able to hit it.
Oh yeah, that'll work. I did it last, so luckily I had Leaf, so I could just throw my Leaf up at him and be like, "Out of my way, bunny."
Yeah, speaking of that, I said I wouldn't change a thing. I guess that would be a little bit of what I would have changed.
Yeah. That's the only part of the run that I was kind of like, oh my gosh. Because, like, I took a death on that, trying to do that strategy with the atomic fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as I mentioned in the race, I did constructively criticize that, too. I said, at that part, what you could have done is took your chances either going up the left side. Well, okay, so you could either go up the left side ladder, shoot the Robbit, pause buffer back to the right, and then go up that way, or you could have just took your chances on the left side, seeing that you had item 1 at that point, and you could have just went all the way up the left side, grabbed the E-Tank there, and item 1 around.
Yeah, so, the only issue that I ran in with that is I was out of item 1 energy. But actually, I never thought about doing the pause buffer from ladder to ladder. That's a good thing to keep in mind for next time.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, if you don't have a vertical weapon at that point, you've got an enemy like a Robin or Shrimp or whatever, then yeah, I mean, Shrimp has got to be the hardest. Respawning Shrimp is probably the hardest to get past here without the without the weapons. You either get the perfect spawns, or you can crawl past it, or you're going to be bad news bears for quite some time.
Yeah, for sure.
Frico, you got anything else for these guys?
Get good, scrubs. No, in all seriousness, well done in trying to run it back and make your way out of the group stage and into the brackets. Now that we know the field is established, are there any runners that either of you feel are going to make a significant run in this tournament?
I gotta give it to my boy Krebelstar. I mean, he's got a lot of stiff competition, people that are a lot more experienced, but the man works on his craft every single day. And considering the effort he put up against Siberian Bull and taking him to a tie on that first race, he's only gotten better since then.
I am partial to my FFR brethren, or sisterin in this case, with Cece. I think Crabcakes is going to make some waves and is really going to surprise people. I mean, she ended up 2-2 in probably the group of death. That's absolutely the group of death. I mean, she beat Mega Kyle, who came out here and beat MetaLow 2 days ago. And she took 1 game each off of both Prodigy and Casual Tom, and those are 2 very, very fantastic runners. So I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my Final Fantasy Randomizer member with Crabcakes.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting year for sure with the runners that we have. I'm really excited, and I'm definitely going to be jumping in on commentary throughout brackets.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to, of course. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll be there too as runner, and I organize and help host this, or I guess host it in general. Although I do want to thank Speed Gaming for hosting on their network. Of course, without them, I couldn't. This wouldn't go nearly as successful. So yeah, big shout outs to Speed Gaming. Big shout outs to MetaLow once again for qualifying as the final wild card in this Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament. Shout outs to Crabcake, shout outs to Mega Cow winning Wildcard Race 1. Shout outs to everybody who did qualify, and at this point, we will go ahead and more than likely wrap things up, unless my co-commentator Frico or the two runners we have here have anything else.
Well, the only thing that I have left to say is this has been an amazing experience being able to participate in this tournament so far, and again, I'm looking forward to the races to come.
Yeah, I want to have everybody who's out there, if you're interested in Mega Man 2 Randomizer, come join the Discord, come hang out with us. There's more than enough people here to try and help you, get good at this game. And I mean, we're all still working on it. We've got plenty of people who are fantastic in brackets. And, give us a follow, give Charlie Boy a follow, give Frico a follow. Come on out. We got brackets coming up. This is going to be super exciting and fantastic next couple of months.
Frico, you got anything?
No, at this point, I think that's about it for me. At least for this run. You'll hear more of me as the brackets develop, that's for sure. But right now, I think two of our dark horses in the bracket field have already been identified in Rebel Star and Crabcake, so I think we're in the same group as Prodigy, so definitely getting thrown straight to the fire.
Yeah, guys, it's going to be tough. Sit tight, check back, I would assume, this weekend or even next week for the beginning of the final bracket of this tournament. Top 12 who have made it out of group stage and these two wildcard races will go at it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Big shout outs once again for Speed Gaming for hosting on their network. Without further ado, my name is Charlie Boy, joined here by Frico. And yeah, not to forget about our boy 2% Chungus on the tracker. Thank you all so
Chungus
much.
In the house.
Thank you all so much, and IRACVet for the setup. Big shout outs to everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.